Right, welcome back guys. Todd this here with another episode of the Final Fantasy V Career Day Randomizer. So last time we went through the library and we took out the first of the bosses, well, attempted to go up to the floating city of Ronka. Don't have the adamantite yet, so we can't do that. And we finally got revenge on Titan with enough HP. Oh, hello. Alright, so this is a end game boss. Ooh, counter. Which apparently got one shot because Rina happens to have a super overpowered bow. Well, so much for being an end game boss. I think if you do get him in a higher sort of randomized position in later game boss area, he does have some nasty moves, but he didn't have a chance to do any of them. And honestly, he went down way faster than I was expecting. But now we'll be... So we still need the adamantite to progress to World 2. Man, this guy gave a lot of XP and AP. So we need the adamantite for that. We'll be doing all 4 of the meteorites. So each meteorite has a boss attached to it. And so each of them is 1 check. We can't progress with the library yet, and we can't do the sandworm because we don't have sandworm bait. So the meteors are about all that we have access to. So each of these has a little cutscene attached to it, which all the dialogue in the cutscene skipped, but the little animations aren't. So plot-wise, if you're playing this from the plot, you would be going through each of these, and Sid and Mid. Oh, hello, Go-Go. Alright, well, this is where I do nothing for the next 5 minutes or something. So here we have Go-Go, the famous mimic. And he's got his dialogue up there explaining what he does, which is mimics you. So if we fight, he fights. If we use magic of any sort, including healing, he will obliterate us. Well, he'll also obliterate us if we use physical attack. So, literally, the strat for this one is wait it out. Because it literally takes 5 minutes of waiting, I'm going to set the... Is that from Chromescript? Nope. Okay, maybe I swear I set rebound the fast forward key. Unfortunately, the default binding for the fast forward key in the emulator is also my on-off button for the recording. So I can't actually use the fast forward skip whilst recording, otherwise it shuts off the recording and then that's awkward. But I guess whilst we're doing Go-Go, we can more casually explain. By the way, Go-Go is a completely free fight if you know the mechanic behind it. You can also fight Go-Go as a challenge boss. He's like one of the most super hard bosses in the game. If you want to go legit, you can legit fight him, bring his HP down to 0 if you want a hell of a challenge. Alright, so yes. We'll be going and doing the 4 meteors that have fallen around the planet. So this is meteor number 2. Hopefully one of those meteors either gives us the adamantite, or it gives us the sandworm bait, or it gives us the Ifrit's fire. Preferably the adamantite. If it's the Ifrit's fire, then we can go back to the Library of the Ancients and take on whatever's hiding at the bottom of the basement there. Yep, and Go-Go's finally giving up. That's the way. So he's not doing anything. We've mimicked him, so we did nothing. And we copied him, which proves to him that we know how to mimic. I'm damn certain that the first time I fought this dude as a kid, I was like, oh, boss fight, usual strategy, punch boss, and then proceeds to get obliterated. So he just X-zones himself and throws himself into the interdimensional void, or cleft of the dimensions in this translation. So free XP, a ton of free AP. So we're going to get a bunch of job level ups with this. So extra HP. So the reason why I I've got 2 dudes with the monk job. Not that monk is super good. It does have counter. It has the HP ups, which is lovely, but also if I do get access to the freelancer class, okay, double grip. I think that means I can use certain weapons with both hands, which increases damage, as opposed to the 2-handed one, which is equip a weapon in each hand. Lamia's tiara. So that wasn't super duper great. I doubt I would use the double-handed grip because it's just occupying a slot. Yeah, it would just be occupying an inventory slot for my guys. Alright, so we've got meteor number 3. I will save on this one just in case we somehow get a boss fight that's actually a challenge. First 2, one shot and one that's a completely free fight. I think there is probably, if you got Gogo in the Karnak escape sequence and you took too long trying to get treasures, that could be a potential issue because it is a strictly time fight. So Sid and Mid got captured by a bunch of these things. Stalkers. Okay, they've actually got half decent defense. So these ones are a bit more interesting. So not all of them are able to be hit at once. And they're kind of, one might die and then come back. Okay, so that one there is damageable. They can all attack. Oh crap, I did not realise how much, how low my HP was. Okay, this could be awkward. Please don't hit AoEs and hit butts. Also, what happened to... Oh, okay, so Butts is dead. Okay. And this is why I saved. Yep. Well. I was glad I saved there. Because otherwise you get overconfident and die. And of course, Facebook is going to be pinging itself, even though I swear I muted it. Alright, so we quickly heal up. We did get a couple of levels from the previous fights, so we should have a good amount of HP now, especially with the 2 monks being fairly high level. So, we still haven't got a... Oh, actually, Geomancer's mastered. Okay. What do I want to put you? I don't... Chemist for the double... Hunter... Let's go Chemist. What do I want? You'll have the Mug Knife, which will be useful. White Magic? Do I have any good White Magic at level 2? Nope. That's a absolutely useless ability. So, I guess it's just going to be extra HP. Thief, and all the rest looks good. Yep. Yeah, so I prefer not to have like everyone on the same job class until everyone's freelancers. Okay. We'll come back to those guys. Alright, we'll do this one. This is the last of the meteors. Because the blaze attack that those guys ripped out was pretty rough. I know my guys' magic defense is probably not amazing, especially the monks. Monks are a bit better for physical. Alright, so we get this one. Normally, outside of the randomizer, you would get your text box there saying you picked up the item. But, because this is the randomizer, oh, it's the Garrula. This is a purely physical attacking monster. Unfortunately, it does also hit like a tank. So it's, hopefully, yeah, but as I was saying, like, because normally, you would, I shouldn't dance. Oh, normally you would get the item immediately there, but because you could cheese it and just use the, the warp shard, Alright, and you are done. Nice. To get out of there, I think they have scheduled it so that the check is at the boss defeat. So more levels. More job levels for Faris. A Revivifier. Your items aren't very useful. But that's the adamantite. That's what we need to access World 2. So I will save off doing that other meteorite with the 4 guys that were a little bit problematic. And so what we can do, we can still do the Ronka ruins, which are floating now. Or we can use the warp shard and go see what the shops are in World 2. And there's a few bosses that we can probably do as well. So we go on a shopping spree in here. So this one has a lot more shops that are duplicates of each other. So we don't really need to see all of them. Okay, circlet, that's not too bad. Cursed shield, which I'll never buy. Alright, nice. We have access to elixirs once we have a lovely stockpile of money at the moment. Kaiser, that's a pretty good one actually. Thief, ooh, yes please, I'll take that. I don't care much about the trainer, because we won't be fighting enemies, random monsters that much, it'll be more bosses. Okay, so none of those are looking super interesting. Let's see what all the magics have. Guardian Knife, Pinwheel, that's really good if I get the Ninja. None of those are... Cabins are actually good, that'll be good. So we can get Mug, but we've already got a Thief, so we can learn that naturally. Berserker, I will never use the Berserker. Alright, so Faris, you are now a very dashing thief there. What can I give you? Katanas, I don't think I have any katanas that are better. The knives, I don't think work with that. Double the effect of potions. Jump's not going to be of any use. Oh, let's go dance. Dance is useful. And that's the best equipment you've got. Okay, good. Great, good. That's not great. Yeah, defenses aren't amazing there. Let's just heal up. And then raid this place for items. So this world doesn't have as many towns as World 1. It's got more castles though. And the castles have a bit more loot than regular towns. So the book here has Guard Off Blue Magic. Well, that's actually a pretty good spell once I have access to a Blue Mage or the Blue Magic command. There's that. There's a few Blue Magic spells that were super good. Okay, there's nothing in that pot. The Guard Off, the Big Guard. Those ones are super good. That book doesn't have anything in it. That's just butt scratching his head. I wonder if I can. Nope, I have to talk to the girl, the old lady. And she goes to, opens the door there. I was wondering if you could circumnavigate that. But alas not. So that book's also just a bit of flavour text and actual game hint. Now none of these pots are... oh hey, I can actually get to that one. Bard Crystal, right, I don't think I'll ever use that. Only, like, I remember using the Bard literally only once for one specific dungeon. Because the Bard, you can get a song, which is massive damage to undeads and it's AoE. And you, as soon as you get that song, you have a dungeon which happens to have really powerful undead enemies in it. So you just use the Bard for that dungeon. And then they're actually very useful for that dungeon. Alright, so we've cleared out this castle. So we just get NPCs wandering in front of us. I always thought those scholars looked like they were turtles with their capes. I know they're not supposed to be turtles, but they do look very turtly. So that's that castle cleared out of loot. Nothing super good, but the thief job is nice to have. Alright, so we've got another place that we can buy stuff off here. Maneuver the airship to park in the water. You're not supposed to have an airship in this world, but randomizer says we do. This world, your transport's supposed to be... oh, black mage. Nice, I'll take that. That's an expensive crystal. But that will be good in the long run. So, let's see, what do we got here? Alright, so this is the item shops. The item shops in this world are all the same as each other. So we've got access to the elixirs in all of the item shops here. And I believe in some of the magic shops there's dupes as well. Oh, a red mage. I'll save my money up for that. Charm, confusion, none of those are super wanted. Double lance. You know what? That could be good for Faris. Because that hits twice and it's actually... it's kind of expensive though. And the Thief's Blade is pretty good, so we'll grab Red Mage. The only reason that... actually, I should check if I have the Thief's Gloves. Yes, please. Yeah, it makes stealing so much easier. So the Red Mage, the only reason I want it potentially is to get access to the double cast ability. They're the only way to get it, and okay, none of that's interesting. And it takes a whopping 999 AP to get it, which with the boosted AP for the randomizer isn't as much of an issue. Especially since if you get to late game, that's not where I want to go. Here it is. Where there are enemies that drop 100 AP or so. It's like, you get it relatively quickly. Alright, spears, darkness bow. That's some good armor, but I'm a little bit broke. Just double check I don't have anything worth selling. Nope, really. The Black Mage Crystal will be potentially good. Black Mages can dish out a lot of damage. None of that's interesting. So the item shop should be the same as other places, and I think this will be a duplicate. Yes, these are duplicate ones. So all the magics are the same. Most of the shops in this world do have essentially duplications on them. Okay, so we got item in here. No, there was an item somewhere. I feel there was. Maybe I was getting mixed up with another area. Ah, yes. Oh no, it's only the piano. I mean, there is a point of learning the play the pianos. You can go talk to the bard in Crescent Island, and he will progressively give you more stuff. Okay, so we can go... Before I go walking, encounters are on. Let's just save. Level 21, encounters might be a bit risky. I'm not... do I not have the Moogle suit? I thought I had the Moogle suit. Key items. Yep, I have the Moogle suit. I guess I'm not in the right spot. Where are you? I normally don't have that much issue finding the Moogle village. But we can go in here. We can get our Moogle suit! Yes, we'll put this one on. This one gives us a bunch of extra items. But you can only access it as a Moogle. So this one, it's locked. Talk to the Moogle. Moogle has a crush on you. Oh, we have Excalibur. That's not a bad one. I cannot equip it because I need a knight to equip that. And even if a job class can normally equip... Oh, Manti-Eater, that's a good weapon. Okay, that's good. So even if normally you'd be able to equip swords, the Excalibur and the Brave Blade are kind of excluded. Those ones are definitely knight only. Okay, so we've got... Oops. We've got a good weapon out of there. We've got the Bone Man, which is going to be obnoxious because that's just going to want to auto-equip every time I rechange jobs or abilities. And the bone mail makes you undead, basically, which is not great. Right, so saving here because there is a boss battle that you can toggle. So go here and press enter, and we can choose to initiate a boss. This is a fairly early boss battle for this world, so unless we get a particularly troublesome boss out of it, we should be able to beat. It's a flipping Tintania! Okay, well, we probably won't be beating it. This thing is like the second to last boss in the game. Oh hey, I'm immune to... Yeah, you're not going to be able to be Tentangoed. How do you swords dance with your fists? You know what, I'm not going to ask too much. The lack of healing is a issue though. That might be a bit more problematic. And the Aqua Rake is AoE and a ton of damage. And we have one person alive. Yeah, and we have one person dead now. And that's why I saved. So now we know what's hiding out there. Yeah, I'm still a little bit squishy. I would love... I mean, I guess I can use... No, I can't even use the red mage, because that only has access to level 3 white magic, and all the white magic that I have is level... higher level. Oh goodness. Well, we'll raid this castle of its loot, and hopefully gets a white mage crystal. Hopefully. That would be lovely. Then I can put someone on heal duty. Get out of the way, NPC. Nope. Yes, and the old RPGs where the NPCs really do love walking in front of you. There is one in particular in one town that I swear their sole purpose in life is just walk in front of you, and they have... It's a one wide path for a large section of their walk route, and you cannot get past them. Alright, so we've got the item shop. These ones will be the same as ones we have seen already. So that's not much interesting. Alright, what's down in the basement? Okay, that's that basement. We can't actually get there any further through there. We can only access that area in World 3. Gale bow. But I've got the Yoichi's bow. Equip swords. Oh. Actually. Equip swords. And now we have the Brave Blade equipped. And get rid of that, Right, that's that sorted out. So you do need the equip swords ability specifically, or to be a knight. And I guess that's it. There is nothing else in this place, I don't think. Nope, that just leads out to the dragon, which we can't ride yet because we don't have the Hiryo's Call, or Windrake's Call, whichever one name you prefer for it. So we've successfully looted this place. Was there any... Now, just double check, we had... oops, key items. Okay, so we've got anti-barrier. We can sneak in and loot some stuff out of X-Dex Castle. With encounters off. Because I do not trust being able to beat the encounters in this dungeon, as this is supposed to be the last dungeon for this world. Right, so what's through this route? Okay, that's just a healing spring and save point. It's interesting that this is save point so close to the entrance of the dungeon, but it's also nice that there's a healing spring there. So we can go a ways through here and pick up a bunch of items, cheesing things a bit, given that with the encounter none, but yeah, it's fair. We get so much boosted XP out of bosses that we don't really have to go for the encounters, so we can loot the area for better equipments. Won't be able to do the boss in this area, But we'll get up to the lava pit 4 area. Mixability, that's not very useful. Not one that I would be using because I never remember the mix tables. And I'm an item hoarder. Plus I don't have that reliable access to a lot of things. Alright. Lovely lava floor damage. Giant's axe. So we'll be looting the area here. Can't use the axe, that's a berserker only weapon. Or a Kalkan dagger? That's a decent dagger. Though no one's going to be equipping that. Alright, so this area, I'm not going to go for those treasures. Because if I get wrong and hit the thing on the pillar, I get an encounter and I do not want to do that. I will die because I'm also on super low HP after traversing the lava floor. Alright, ancient sword. That's not too bad of a weapon, that one. Wizard rod. It casts old on the enemies if you attack them occasionally. Okay, so we are going through here to get the last of the treasures in this area. So we go up here. We want to go across. So some of these, like that, are trap tiles. Alright, so now how did I get across there again? That's not where I wanted to go. I definitely do not want to try that. That's a boss. So we'll go this way. Ah yes, across the water. Ah, sorry, lava. Hot water. Very hot water. And get this. Oh, bunch of gil. Nice. And then conveniently warp shard out of here. And we'll be going back to World 1, and next time we'll be taking on the Wonka Ruins. We'll be at a good strength point for that, and there's a couple of bosses hiding in there, and a bunch of stuff because you get, what's it, 4 checks just from the crystal shards. Because normally in the regular gameplay you would be getting, nope. You would be getting the Earth Crystal and the 4 job classes that you would normally get out of that. But in this time it's 4 item checks, and it could be some useful ones as well. Alright. Then we'll just save out here, and until next time, this is Top This Out. Have a good day, guys. Bye.